Black hair care!
Black hair care is so important, and it is a little overwhelming. But I want to show you. Dane, show him your head. Y'all, this is the first time I have ever shaved the back of his head. This is coronavirus quarantine, being stuck in the house. The barber's closed. So I am learning how to do it. All right, Dane, I want you to tell them in a second
This is his tutorial.
what you think about your hair.
It is.
Wait.
It is awesome, and I love it so much because some people have the greatest hair better than me.
What? I don't think so. What is your favorite part about your hair?
Is because it is twisted and shaved.
Yeah. The other day, after I twisted your hair, you said, "Mom, I have Wakanda hair."
No.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
Black hair care as a white mom with a brown son is super important. So Dane's birth mom chose us. She chose us out of a gazillion other families to be the family for her son, and that made us the happiest people in the whole world. Now, with that, with taking amazing care of him, is learning how to do his hair and take care of his skin well. So if you are a white family and you are going to be adopting or did adopt a brown-skinned beauty, boy or girl, it is so important that you take care of their hair and skin. Now everything I'm going to share with you is my point of view. All right, I'm sure people will watch this and say, well, I do it differently. That's fine. What you need to do is find out what works best for your child. A lot of it is trial and error, so do not be discouraged. We have tried a gazillion different products, and a gazillion of them did not work for Dane's specific hair. So research, research, research. And let me tell you this also, every time I am out in public and I come across a woman with black hair, her hair is always dialed and looks fantastic. Her kid's hair always dialed and looks fantastic. And I want my kid to be the same. I want him to look dialed and fantastic everywhere he goes. So I always ask those women, first I tell them, because it's true, your hair looks amazing, and tell me about it. And they are always, of course, everyone loves to be told how beautiful they are or how much you think they look great, right? We all love hearing that stuff. So I'm always asking them, what do you do? How do you do it, if it's appropriate? And I have to tell you, and just don't be discouraged about this, is every single woman that I talk to does things differently. So that is proof that there is no right or wrong way. There's a wrong way. But for your child, whatever works, it works. We're going to talk through the basics of how in the world do I care for black hair. It is super important. For skin and hair alike, the key word is moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. A gazillion times moisturize. Black hair is prone to drying out, to breakage, and you need to take care of it. We don't want breakage. We don't want it drying out. We don't want the frizz. We want it to be styled and curled and defined and all that stuff. And sometimes that's not going to happen. Sometimes frizz happens, and that's okay. But we want to learn the right steps as to how to take care of it. So things that I've had women say to me, Tami, you're not doing this right. You got to do something different. Well, I tried those different things and it didn't work for Dane's hair. So again, you find what works for your child because everyone's hair is different. There are different letters and numbers that you can find out what type of black hair your child has. Dane has 4C. He has tightly coiled 4C, which means it needs a lot of water, a lot of oil, a lot of moisturizing. And Dane's hair, if you pull it out, is about 3 inches tall. You would not realize that because he has a ton of shrinkage, which really makes his hair only look about this tall. So water helps relax it, and using curling gel, curling styling products helps define it, helps define the curls. His curl is so tightly coiled that it is about the circumference of a spaghetti noodle. It is super, super tightly coiled, pure, beautiful coils. They are my favorite. So step one is wash. Now with black hair, you wanna make sure that you wash the hair one time every about 2 weeks. Now the reason of that is you don't wanna pull the moisture out of the hair. Shampoo can pull moisture out and we wanna leave the moisture in. And hair, unless they are super sweaty or swimming a lot or whatever, you don't wanna wash it very often because it will dry it out. So what you do is you use moisturizing shampoo, nothing like me, a white chick. I don't use my shampoo because that pulls oils and moisture out of my hair. You wanna use special moisture giving shampoo. So you wanna look for that. Nothing with parabens and all that extra stuff. Okay, you want really natural. Walmart has a great selection. I will post links below for all the different products that we use on Dane's hair. So here is his kit. Okay, look at it. It's filled with stuff. So when I shampoo Dane, now how I found these things, trial and error, but I also Googled best hair care for type 4C and a bunch of different stuff came up. Like best shampoo, I bought it, y'all. Buy all the things, try them and see what works. This is Moisture Benefits shampoo. I am not paid to show this to you, but this is what we use. I will post it below. So I use this shampoo, I put it in Dane's hair, and you wanna get it really in there, and then you rinse it out quickly. You do not leave it. Watch. It is shampoo day at its finest. Here we go. Oh, you're okay. Don't freak out. We normally do this in the bath, but for video purposes, we're doing it in the kitchen sink for obvious reasons. Like I mentioned before, with shampoo, you want to shampoo it quick and get it out. You don't want it to leave in. Next, a generous sized portion of conditioner that you're just gonna let sink in and soak in for like 15 minutes to a half an hour, whatever your kid can stand. We're gonna massage this in really good. You can see how much conditioner is in here. We're gonna get the sides, get all over really good. And what I'm doing is just pulling out gently, stretching out the curls to make sure that the conditioner goes everywhere. And then this little comb, we're gonna brush through gently, starting at the tips. We're gonna brush through his hair. You only brush through when there's conditioner in it, really good conditioner in it. You never brush through curly hair like this with it dry. You'll break it.
You guys are the best.
Yeah, they are. So all the tips have been brushed through, so there's no tangles in it now. So now I can easily, well, is this easily, as I pull your hair, easily brush through the rest of his hair. And his hair was just in finger coils, so it's really important to make sure that everything is all brushed through, that there's no tangles. It makes styling so much easier. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. It's so thick and luscious, and you know that this conditioner is really getting soaked into his hair follicles. All right, we're gonna let that sit for about 15 minutes. Time to rinse. And then you just want to damp dry. So it's all cleaned and conditioned. So now what I'm gonna do is put some leave-in conditioner and a little bit of argan oil. I'm gonna mix that together and rub it through his hair. And then this stays in. So what I'm gonna do is show you, this is what we do every night, is this part, and then we put a do-rag on him.
No.
Here's his do-rag, just a satin do-rag. We tie it over like this.
Ow.
And this is how he sleeps. Turn around, look, smile. And then in the morning, we take it off and we style it with the same things. We squirt it with water, get it all wet, add the add the leave-in conditioner and the oil again. It's really, his hair loves it. And then this is how we style it.
Does not like me.
This is the sponge. We like to use the small side. So you use the big side if you want bigger curls, the smaller side for smaller curls, and it just kind of twists the hair. And you do this until it's exactly how you want it. You can use the sponge, or you can use a plastic one like this that has a pick at the end. This is what the barber uses. You just do the same thing.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, your hair's done? Because it takes forever and a day? What do you think?
Hallelujah. It
All right.
took 28,000 years to make this.
28,000 years to make it. It sure did.
28,000
All right, worth it. So worth it. Let's talk about perception now. Perception, where a white mom is caring for a brown child, we want to look like we know what we're doing, right? So here are important basic steps. Make sure their skin is always moisturized. We don't want any ashiness here, right? Face, arms, the elbows really good, the knees really good, and then making sure their hair is always styled. I put a lot of pressure on myself in this. I never let Dane leave the house unless he is moisturized and his hair is done. If any black woman sees my son, I want them to think he's taken care of, not what is that white girl doing with that little boy. So I put pressure on me. No black woman has ever told me that, but I put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure my son looks the best everywhere he goes. I think that's important. When we are caring for a child of a different race, we want to care for them the way that their culture cares for each other. So we want to learn and research and do the same thing. The other thing that's important is ask. Every time you see someone and you love their hair, ask them what they do and how they do it. Everyone loves to give their opinion, so don't be afraid to do that. And try it. Try all different things over and over. It's gonna take some time to see what works for your kid's hair. Do lots of research. You wanna balance protein. I'm still learning that stuff. Balance protein in their hair. If you found something works, try something else after a while to give the hair just a break from one thing. Try something else and then you can go back to it. That way there's no product buildup on the hair. All kinds of crazy things. I am still learning the heck out of all of it, but these are some simple, basic tools. It's your starter kit, okay? As I'm learning, you guys will learn. I'll do videos, and here I shaved Dane's head for the first time. Watch how this went. All right, let's recap really fast. You wash once every 2 weeks. You co-wash in between that. That means with conditioner, you are washing the hair with conditioner, letting it sit. You are keeping it moisturized. Every morning and every night, you are moisturizing that hair. I did not talk about that, so that's not a recap. I just remembered, I didn't say that. That is important. Sleep caps are important to protect that hair. Not only do our regular cotton sheets and pillowcases pull moisture out of the hair, that will lead to breakage. So always have your child sleep with satin pillowcase, satin sheets, and if he's a boy, a do-rag, a girl, a beautiful sleep cap that will protect their hair, that will keep the moisture in, which will lead to less breakage and super healthy hair. And if it's a girl and you've put a lot of work into that style, you want to take care of it, right? It will help it last. And then always keep it styled, looking amazing, and their skin a healthy glow. If you have any questions, please ask me. Subscribe, like this video, join my Facebook page listed down below along with the links for the products that we use. Come ask your questions. We can learn about them together. And stay tuned for more videos on adoption, race, and family in a real life setting.
Let me think on the page what I said. Mom, I can't do my speech.
That's not your speech. That's mine.
Mom.
This is not about you right now. This is about me.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.